I'm Boyd Matson.
And I'm Cassandra Clayton. Coming up later in the program, we'll take you backstage at New York's Hard Rock Cafe for a little rock and roll with the legendary Joe Walsh.
If you're a regular viewer of The Real Story, then you've probably noticed we do not have a live studio audience here. It's just us and you there in the privacy of your home, which is nice and intimate, but if we want to have music groups here, it's hard to duplicate the excitement of a concert. So we're going to solve that problem every week here on The Real Story. We're going to give you a special backstage pass of sorts. We'll take you in person to meet the hottest acts at the hottest night spots. Our Mark Hafley begins with a legend of rock and a club where rock is just part of the name.
Tonight's Backstage Pass comes to you from New York City's Hard Rock Cafe, where one of rock and roll's senior statesmen is about to debut a few tunes from his new solo record. Stay with us for the best ticket in town. Upstairs in the VIP gallery, button-down record execs mingled with mini-skirted females as friends and family feasted on a rock and roll backstage banquet. Rockwear was the general attire, while hip posturing and posing was the attitude. But the buzz in the air was the long-awaited return of future Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Joe Walsh. Meanwhile, outside, the host of the evening was arriving in ordinary average rock star style. A little mugging for the camera, and then a shuffle off to backstage. Tell me, is Joe Walsh just an average ordinary guy?
He's just an ordinary average guy. I got to go to the guitars. Let's see it.
Is he an average ordinary guy?
You know, he really is. Behind all the foolishness, he really is.
No, he's exceptional.
Oh, you think so?
A true parent.
Yeah, right.
Is Joe Walsh an average ordinary guy?
Yeah, I'm just an ordinary, average guy. I know about other areas of, you know, unordinary, unaverage behavior. I'm quite good at that. If everybody thinks I'm a rock star, that's okay with me.
Minutes before showtime, Walsh waxed nostalgic about his 3-year absence from recording.
It's a new decade, after all. And I want to show everybody that I'm not done yet. I've been rich a couple times, I've been famous a couple times, and about the only thing that's left is the music, and that's my job on the planet.
Are you nervous about tonight? I mean, there are a lot of colleagues out there, record people.
Yeah, I'm
press.
nervous, but if you don't get butterflies before you go on, something's wrong. You know, the last 3 minutes before you go on is hell.
And then he starts to burn.
I feel young again, you know. I feel like I did when I was like 20 and stuff. I'm 43 now, and whether I want to be or not, I've kind of ended up a senior spokesman. And there's a responsibility in that.
Thanks, Mark. In the future, The Real Story will take you backstage to such performers as Booker T and the MGs and Wilson Phillips. I can hardly wait for Booker T.
Absolutely.
Now, did Joe Walsh there look a little bit like your high school principal? I mean, it's hard to believe. Well, he did, sitting there, not when he's up on stage playing the guitar, but he's so straight now and older looking.
But still cooking.
It's hard to remember him in those days, the James Gang and the Eagles.
I remember some of that.
Actually, I saw him a couple of years ago on tour with Ringo Starr, and there were a whole lot of old rockers there, members of the band, Billy Preston, Dr. John, and it was a great evening because everybody knew all the words and sing along, and that's what happens when Joe Walsh plays. There's all these familiar songs back.
Whoever thought rock and roll would endure?
Would be mainstream.
All right.